But the truth? Yes. Motherfucker's a okay? That's straight up honesty. Motherfucker's a okay? He deserved it. He reached for nothing. Shot the motherfucker's face. He made a noise. I shot the no mind. That's it.
In this video, we investigate a deranged killer, and you will see how a murderer gets tricked into an explosive, cold-blooded confession.
Now, when you were stopped, you had a couple of guns on you? Mm-hmm. I was going to go to the shooting range. I just turned the corner, and the lights went on.
The year was 2015, in Pensacola, Florida. Joseph Edward Ross was shot right outside a corner store. An unknown caller notified an ambulance, and he was quickly rushed to the hospital, but it was already too late. Joseph had passed. Police then secured the area where Joseph was shot and began investigating the crime scene. Due to all the activity around the scene, a crowd starts forming. It's common to believe that a crowd around a crime scene is distracting and may slow the investigation down. But in this case, the cops use the crowd to their advantage. They start asking questions like, "Did you see what happened?" and "Did you hear what happened?" After going through the crowd, police find a witness. The witness claims that they saw Joseph walking through the parking lot, arguing on the phone. Shortly after, the witness observed a red Dodge pickup truck pull into the parking lot. Detectives took the information they received and went to Joseph's house to notify his brother, John Ross.
Do you have any idea why we might be here? Okay, your brother Joe was shot and killed around the corner, over at the corner store.
He was shot?
Yes. We're trying to find out what happened to him. Do you know anybody that drives like a red Dodge pickup truck?
Well, my friend Nick does.
Who's Nick?
It's just someone that I met through a friend.
What does he look like? Is he white or black?
He's white.
Okay.
And he always hangs out with a black dude.
Do you know the black male's name?
I think it's Gerald.
What else do you know about Nick?
He normally carries a 38 or a 9mm.
Has he ever gotten into it with your brother before?
They argue about a lot of stupid stuff. Nick's really, he seems like he's crazy. I wouldn't really want to mess with him.
Joseph's brother said that Nicholas Naring was a 23-year-old small-time drug dealer who was out of work. Right now, all the evidence, including the red Dodge pickup truck, the history between the two of them, and Nicholas being armed on a regular basis, pointed toward Nicholas Naring as the suspect in this case. Detectives then tracked Nicholas down and brought him in for interrogation, but before the interrogators entered the room, he was sleeping. And this is actually often referred to as the perp nap among interrogators. This is because someone who's typically guilty will actually fall asleep in the interrogation room because they're so exhausted from the stress associated with committing a crime and waiting to be arrested. We will now watch the interrogation footage of Nicholas Naring, and you will see how a murderer gets tricked into an explosive, cold-blooded confession.
Well, I'm Detective Barnett. This is Detective Parsons. Okay. That happens. Okay. You have any idea what this is about? No, all I know is gunpoint, got on the car, got out of the car. Yeah, but do you know anything that you have an idea what led up to that? No, I don't. Now, when you were stopped, you had a couple of guns on you? Mm-hmm. I was going to go to the shooting range. I just turned the corner, and the lights went on. Okay. Well, while we're here, we're investigating something that happened earlier tonight. And we're wondering if you could tell us what happened tonight with you. Well, midnight. I was at home for the longest time. Is there any reason that your truck would have been at the CVS around the corner tonight? No. It should have been. Then how was it there? I don't know. The reason that it was there is because something happened there. Okay?
Nicholas is extremely engaged right now. He's up at the table. He's close in. He's in a very strong position physically. And at first, the interrogator is leaning back, so he moves in so that he's also in a very firm position when talking about the red truck being at the scene. He does this to make sure he doesn't come off as unsure about the facts, because Nicholas would recognize him not being confident in the facts and make an escape by denying he was there.
You had 3 guns on you tonight. Yeah, one person, yeah.
You fire any of them tonight?
No.
Okay. Well, let's just say, for example, that maybe it's not one of the 3 that you had on you. It doesn't alleviate the fact that you were there when shots are fired.
No way.
You were involved in something tonight at that location. And I'd like to hear your side of what happened there.
Nicholas feels threatened. He backs up in his chair and puts his hand in his pocket. This is another defense mechanism he's using to hide and conceal what actually happened.
You can choose to be deceptive all you want, okay?
I have no
But
reason
let me-
to be on this side of town.
Let me point something out to you. The thing is that you were there because people wrote down the tag number of your truck there, okay?
No, the truck shouldn't have been there. Wasn't in my possession.
It was there,
Wasn't in my possession though.
but you were there.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were.
How do you know that?
Video cameras,
Did you see me in my vehicle?
you're kind of distinct.
So I'm guessing that thing had full video around the whole camera, around the whole store?
I'm not
even-
telling you there's video everywhere, because there's not.
The detectives did not have video of the shooting, but Nicholas is nodding, which means that he believes they do. This makes the interrogator comfortable enough to bluff about it because he doesn't believe Nicholas would call him out on it. Let's see what he does.
I watched them.
That explains why.
I'm right in my ass.
Does lying help you?
Lying will do me
Then stop it. Why did you do what you did?
But the truth.
Yes.
Motherfucker's a okay? That's straight up honesty. Motherfucker's a okay? He deserved it. He reached for nothing. I shot the motherfucker's face. He made a noise and I shot the no mine, that's it.
The mask is off, his walls are down, and Nicholas comes out in a spectacular fashion. The investigation started out as a who-did-it case, and within just a few hours, police had the suspect in custody, a bulletproof confession, and Nicholas was on his way to jail.
You're like, damn consequences, we need to do this.
Yeah, you right. I f***ed up because I used my truck and the camera.
In June 2016, Nicholas Naring was found guilty of premeditated murder. Nick was sentenced to life in prison. His confession showed that he had planned to kill Joseph from the very beginning. It showed his mindset and that he did not care. The judge made it clear that there is no chance of Nick getting out, ever. He will die in prison. If you liked this video, I think you would like the video on the screen. This is a preview of that video.
This is the tree investigators say Matthew Hoffman left the remains of his victims. The hole you see here, cut by investigators to retrieve the 3.